Alrighty, it's Logan here on the Fix and Junk channel. Today I'm working on a Mac 15 and I'm going to show you what I got to do to get it running here. It's a friend of mine and he did have it running, but it's just not running good, so I'll show you what's going on with it. So first thing on this saw here, I've looked in the exhaust port and that looks pretty good. With old saws, I definitely probably pressure test it if it doesn't run at all after I mess around with the carburetor and see if the crank seals are any good. I'll probably drain the fuel out of it. But the first thing I'm noticing here, just off visually inspecting it, besides the air filters, got the metering side down here, and on top the fuel pump side isn't even on, but there's a fuel inlet, which is pretty strange. I don't know if it's what's going on there. I noticed also kind of strange. I don't know if what type of carb this is. I think it's like a Walbro at SDC or something like that. I've seen them with an accelerator pump, but obviously it doesn't have it because it's there's another screw that comes through here, so it's a pretty odd carburetor. I've never seen it before. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it off. So I just got the carburetor off here, but look at the gasoline is just pretty nasty, so we'll change that out. Alright, so this is a pretty strange carburetor. It's a SDC-7. I'm going to look into that thing here. I'm just going to start taking it apart. It looks like we got a, I don't know, custom-made gasket here. So that's pretty interesting. Maybe we'll make a new one. And I'll show you this. This gasket here, obviously, was just like that. And, you know, you need a pulse signal. They usually run to these holes here. And that's from the crankshaft going up and underneath the piston. It creates some pressure and vacuum that pumps this fuel pump up here that would normally be there. This was obviously blocking that, so that's one reason we've got so far. So I just took the metering diaphragm off. I was able to kind of save it. It doesn't look very good. Used a little razor, went around it. The first thing too is this needle is seized in there pretty bad. I've actually never seen that. Alright, so I'm kind of inspecting things, cleaning things up. This is a pretty strange carburetor and chainsaw here. I was just saying that you need pulse, but you don't need a pulse unless you don't have a fuel pump. And this doesn't appear to need a fuel pump because I don't see any threads where the cap would, or the cover for the fuel pump would go on. Threads are gone, and obviously this great big nipple here is kind of supposed to be there where I don't think normally it would be. Got the needle out. I just used a little WD-40 and kind of worked it out finally. And I think the jets are cleared up. I'd like to take these plugs out, being it's so old and corroded. I mean, this thing is like gravity fed. And I got looking here, there's no holes for a pulse line. So I guess it's just a gravity feed system here, which is pretty odd. So maybe I'll just stick it back together and see if it runs. So here we go. And the last thing before I put this back together here, I thought thered be another tube coming up with a filter on it, but it's just a screen. And the screen's obviously, I think, gone out of it. It's hard to see if there's a bottom part. Doesn't look like it. Maybe there is. Yeah, it looks like there's a screen in there, so that's good. Alright. But anyways, we'll put it back together. I guess this thing's kinked though. So we'll put it back together and see if it runs. I don't know if you can see me here, a little dark, but we're gonna give it a shot here. Choke's pretty floppy, but I can't even open this thing. Oh hell. That choke keeps closing on itself here. Just got a little zip tie holding the choke open. Wow, it runs. That's pretty unbelievable. Well, alright, sorry for the lighting here. This is kind of another quick video of mine, just on a chainsaw. So, kind of overview here. McCulloch Mac 15. This is real new to me. It's a real old chainsaw. It's 1/2-inch pitch, I'm pretty sure. So I'm gonna have to find him some chain. I might have some around I could probably make if he can't get any. Pretty short bar. There's no chain adjuster on it. I don't even think there's side covers for these. Maybe there is. I'll have to look into that. But it's a strange carburetor. I've never pulled apart an SDC7. There's no fuel pump side to it. It's all gravity fed, and there's just a strainer in the fuel tank, and I cleaned that all out. And so put a new fuel line on it, and I reused the metering diaphragm. I kind of worked it a little bit, got some Vaseline on it, and then cleaned that off and put some 2-stroke mix on it. And so far it's working. I tuned it a little bit, and it seems to rev up really good. The choke is loose on it, so I don't really know what to do about that yet either. No air filter on it. And then there's 3 screws on the side of the carburetor. On other SDCs that have an accelerator pump, the one that kind of goes through that area is just the throttle butterfly adjustment for the main carburetor, or for the carburetor adjustment. And then you got your low and high for your main jets. And there's no governor on it, no muffler on it, and it's pretty old school technology here. So but anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, maybe learned something, and thanks for watching. Take it easy.